Hey everyone, welcome to our cozy garden. So for those who are just new to our channel, we are gardeners in Zone 3, Alberta, Canada. My name is May and this is my husband.
My name is Randy.
So we're going to give you updates of our Eucalyptus, Dianthus, and Lisianthus.
So to start off with our Lisianthus updates, I thought we'd give you a recap of how our timeline was for these seedlings. So back in December 13 last year, we started them in soil blocks and we started everything from seed, although Lisianthus came in as pelleted seeds. From there, right before our vacation, we left it here, and then a few weeks after, once they sprouted and had their seed leaves, and then some of them already started showing their true leaves, then we took it off the heat mat and took the humidity dome off. So I think that would be, for some, that would be 2 weeks. For the others, especially the Lisianthus, it took them a long while. Some of them took them a month and a half before they sprouted. So I guess that's one challenge everybody's saying about Lisianthus. It can be challenging that way, and that's just how they are. And then after that, at about mid-March, second week of March, we bumped them up off the soil blocks, because if you remember, I planted 2 or 3 seeds in one soil block because I only had the big soil blocker back then. So we decided that it might be better for all the seedlings to have their own cell tray. That way they don't have any competition, or they have less competition, and then they can really grow and focus on their individual growth. So that was mid-March.
Yes.
Okay. And then first Thursday of April, that's April 6th, we started hardening off our Lisianthus and our Dianthus. Now, the Eucalyptus, May will be giving an update on that, but for these two, we started hardening them off because we know these are more frost hardy than the Eucalyptus.
By April 6, we started to harden the Lisianthus and the Dianthus. We put them out in the morning and put them in our portable greenhouse, and come in the afternoon, we put them back inside because we still have frost during nighttime, so it's safer for them to keep indoors during night.
So we did that hardening off, that in and out during the day, about 8 a.m., and then we bring them in about 3 p.m. We did that for 8 days, and by April 14th, we started leaving them out there overnight. And the temperature during that time, from April 6th to April 14th, the lowest temperature would hover between I think we did have -6, but mostly -5 up to -1. Now we have temperatures hovering, the lowest temperature hovering between -4 and sometimes even positive overnight. So that's April 14th. We started leaving them outside. I also did a test for Lisianthus, Dianthus, and the ranunculus. I planted a number of seedlings straight on the ground. And looks like the Dianthus is taking the overnight temperatures really well. And I guess it could be a microclimate as well. I can show you the video when I transplanted them. That corner, which is south-facing corner, west-facing wall, I think it heats up enough that it can help the seedlings survive our overnight frost. So I went ahead and planted most of my Dianthus. But of course, this is our first year of planting, and we would know better next year. I'm saving about how many? 6, 12, 18, 24. 24 seedlings in here, just in case those ones don't survive our evening frosts. The Lisianthus, we also did some tests. I did about 6 seedlings outside, but I noticed that one was not doing well. So they've been out there for about 2 days or 3 days now. No, 2 days now. So we'll see. Give you an update on those. But we're just trying to push push the limits for these seedlings. And I know they are hardy, but they're only hardy up to some point. So
Okay, so for the eucalyptus update, so we also saw this one December 13 of 2022. And then when we got back from our vacation, some of them were still tiny. But then when they reached between 2 to 3 inches, we started to pinch them. It's because they're starting to grow really taller and leggy. So we want to have side growths to have more eucalyptus stems and leaves. So we pinch them. And after that, we bump them up actually in this, how do you call this?
let's say 4, 8, 8, 16, 24, 32 cell tray.
A 32 cell plug tray 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago that we decided to move them. It's because they are actually growing sideways instead of growing up. And so we put them on a bigger container, and then we also keep some for our personal space because they smell so great. And then we are also planning this week to actually bump them up again into bigger pots. What size is that?
I don't know, but I think they're 4x4 pots with I don't know 6 inches tall.
Okay. Yeah, so we're planning to bump them up to a bigger tray. No, not bigger tray. Bigger pot.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like they're actually thriving so well. The trick with eucalyptus, the first few months that we take good care of this, it was so hard. It's because we still don't know how to water them properly. And then we just noticed, or Randy just noticed that you just have to give them the right moisture and then the right watering too. Like, how many times do you water them in a week?
I usually just water them every 3 days, 2 to 3 days, depending on how dry the room is. But I don't water them as much as the Dianthus and the Lisianthus. If the soil starts to separate from the container, for me, that's a sign that it's a bit too dry. And eucalyptus, while it thrives in well-draining soil, it also doesn't like its soil too dry. So, yeah, it's a bit tricky that way, but...
So you just have to give attention to the eucalyptus so that they'll thrive really well. So we're just happy with our blue eucalyptus, and we got the seeds from Johnny's. So we are going to bump them up. We're going to transfer them into a bigger container so they'll grow more.
Okay.
They're so happy. And these are all our eucalyptus. So I'm happy to see that they are growing so well, and we bumped them up to bigger pots. So we haven't decided yet if we're going to transplant this eucalyptus seedlings straight to the ground, because as of the moment, we don't have enough space for them. So that's why we're inviting you to subscribe or like this video if you want to see more of our journey. And once again, this is May from our Cozy Garden. Bye!